Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Let's Play Warframe. I'm your host of the most, as always, Francois878, and today's video is going to be focusing on the Void and the changes to the grind, the changes to how we acquire Void parts, Void traces, Void tear missions, the changes to the Void tear minigame as proposed in DevStream 77, and my opinion on all of those things. I'm not really going to go through in detail what those things are. I feel like at this point, Specters of the Rail has been out for a number of weeks, so most people understand what a Void Tear mission is, what a Relic is, and how that all works. My opinion on Relics as a system is that it's quality over quantity. You're using more keys and you have a higher chance to get the item that you want, both due to the fact you have more chances to get the item that you want and you have the option to upgrade your relics so that you have a better chance to get what you want. I think it's a really solid system, and I think in that respect it cuts the grind. However, because you are using more keys, you're going to have to grind keys more often, and DE has said that they've put relics in more spots in the star chart so that acquiring relics will be slightly easier than acquiring keys were. That's all fine and good. It's still kind of more grindy, I feel, in that respect, but you're grinding for the prime parts less, so I think overall, we're still getting less grind when you take it all together. The Void Tear minigame, which is what you see in the gameplay here, I hate it. I think it's completely the exact opposite of what the Warframe gameplay should be like, and I feel like it's here specifically to waste our time, and I hate it. I hate it. The proposed changes to the Void Tear minigame, where you're on a mission, you're on a Void Tear mission, and randomly tears will open and change a couple of enemies into corrupted enemies and spit out a couple of corrupted enemies, and it'll occasionally, one of those enemies will drop some reactant and you pick it up, and that's all you have to do, and it's a much better system overall together, I think, personally. It's more interactive, I think, where the void tears can happen anywhere, and all you have to do is just pick up the reactant. You don't have to take it anywhere, and it also forces people to bring different gear in the mission. I just think it's a much better system overall, and I'm really looking forward to trying it out because it sounds like a lot of fun and it just seems more interactive to me personally. Now, I know there's a lot of people that hate the new Relic system and think it's dumb, and they hate the minigame and they think it's dumb, and to those people, I'm sorry. I don't think this is a system that's going anywhere anytime soon, and grinding the same Void mission 50 times is less desirable for me personally than doing the same Void Tear mission 20 times. I could be alone in that, but I enjoy doing the Void Tear missions better. Like I said, I think the grind overall is shorter, and especially when DE also announced that the Void Trace cap limit will be going up according to mastery rank. So Void Trace is basically you use it to increase the rarity of your relic, so the rarest items in the relic are slightly easier to get depending on how high you buff the relic, and I think that is a great idea. I think mastery rank needs to matter significantly more than it does right now, because right now it doesn't matter. Nobody cares about it. Once you hit mastery rank 12, there's not really any other purpose other than syndicate max capacity stuff. It doesn't really matter. it's never really mattered once you hit a certain point. So now I think that having a higher void trace capacity based on mastery rank is a great idea, and I think it absolutely needs to stay in the game. And I get into the game, not stay in the game. But that is a great aspect of it. And I also love that they managed to also keep the void in the star chart. When I first heard that DE was going to quote-unquote destroy the void, my interpretation of that was they were going to get rid of the void entirely and just push all of the void rewards, the prime parts, the forma, blueprints, whatever, into the star chart somewhere is like randomly is just random end game rewards. And I was mad because I felt like that was a bad idea, and I think that this game has too few tile sets to begin with right now, and that just getting rid of one just because it's overplayed due to the mechanics of the game was really stupid, personally. And so when they basically took the void and gave it its own planet, more or less, and made it its own area and allowed players to continue to play it, and that was just a really good change, in my opinion. I personally really like the void tile set. I think it's a beautiful tile set, and I'm glad that it's still in the game. And I'm glad that DE has decided to innovate the void system so that we get more. It's just not more of the same over and over and over again. You know, I think that's a big reason why people were so burnt out on Warframe, is because they just farm prime parts for platinum or for their own gain, and they got bored. And I think that putting the prime parts on different areas like this to kind of mix things up is a great idea, and I think it's going to definitely help players stay interested in the game for longer. I hope. I think that's the idea, anyways. But thank you guys very much for coming. I appreciate it, listening to me ramble about the void system forever and a day. I'm going to be finishing up the Specters of the Rail videos very soon. I think I only have one more left to make after this. We're also going to be doing a Warframe Wednesdays episode on Carrier and why you shouldn't use him, and why he is perceived as this end-all, be-all Sentinel when he's very good, but I promise you he's... Anyways, that's a whole nother video. I was gonna go off on a long rant there. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you very much for coming, guys. I appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more ridiculous rambling videos coming very soon. I've been your host of the most, signing out.